Welcome to another episode. Another episode of Blood Knight Reacts. I'm your host, the Blood Knight, of the old Republic of Bloodganistan. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm watching a video here called Why More and More Canadians Are Starting to Hate Indians. So, yeah. As a Canadian, this video intrigues me. Let's see what it's got to say.
Please leave. You're not welcome in Canada with that attitude. You will never take over. Too late. We have already taken over. Look around, man. We are all here only. India is empty. We are all in Canada. We are going to work in telemarketing.
India ain't empty, folks. There's still a shitload of Indians in India.
Call you at 1 a.m. even if you are on the do not call list.
Well, that's a bold strategy, Con. See how that plays out.
We will scam all your grandparents.
Now this I'm a bit conflicted. This I'm a bit conflicted. It's like, yes, it's bad that all the grandparents and all the boomers are gonna get scammed by Indians. I'm a bit conflicted on this. I'm not gonna lie. Bad that they're gonna scam the boomers and whatnot and Gen X. It's bad that they're gonna do that, but at the same time, the boomers had it fucking coming. Some of them at least. The asshole boomers, you know the ones. They deserve to be scammed. Let this guy scam them.
We will replace your solid bed sheets with floral designs. We are going to dance.
Oh no! Floral bed sheets. Oh no!
In Yonge and Danda Square. Soon you will be gone.
So here's what went down on August 3rd in Canada.
Bold, yeah, well, it's like soon we'll be gone. Bold statement there. It's like considering Canadians invented the Geneva Suggestion checklist pretty much because of all the shit we pulled in World War I and II. Go ahead, yeah. Go ahead. See what went down.
Call you at 1 a.m. even if you are on the do not floral designs. We are going to dance in Yonge and Danda Square. Soon you will be gone.
So here's what went down on August 3rd in Canada. Thousands of Hindu devotees basically flooded into Toronto, specifically the Hindu Heritage Cultural Center in Mississauga, for the big reveal of this massive Ram deity statue. Now get this, the statue itself is about 50 feet tall, but with the base, we're talking nearly 60 feet total. That makes it officially the tallest Hindu statue in all of North America. The thing is sitting...
Okay. So... Impressive statue.
Being pretty close to Toronto's Pearson International Airport, and the Hindu folks who showed up for the ceremony were pumped about it. They were saying how every passenger flying into Toronto would see this giant Indian deity as their first landmark from the plane. Pretty bold move, right? But here's where things got spicy. The unveiling didn't exactly get a warm welcome from regular Canadians. People started throwing around comments like Canada's turning into India 2.0. Some folks were straight up calling it cultural invasion, saying they're not seeing multiculturalism anymore, just one culture taking over everything.
But conversely, though, if you put up a statue of Jesus, if someone put up a statue of Jesus, Oh, you'd never hear. You would never. You. It's like there'd be fucking mass. I bet there'd be mass protests. You'd probably have the Hindus in an uproar or something like that.
Everything. And this isn't the first rodeo either. Last year in Brampton, Toronto, Hindu communities put up another massive statue, this one of Hanuman, standing about 55 feet tall. Same drama, same pushback from locals. With Indians flooding into Canada, these statues are popping up everywhere like mushrooms after rain, and Canadians are
Bed sheets with floral designs. We are
is sitting pretty close to Toronto's Pearson International Airport, and the Hindu folks who showed up for the ceremony were pumped about it. They were saying how every passenger flying into Toronto would see this giant Indian deity. The unveiling didn't exactly get a saying they're not seeing multiculturalism anymore, just one culture taking over everything. And this isn't the first rodeo either. Last year in Brampton, Toronto, Hindu communities put up another massive statue, this one of Hanuman, standing about 55 feet tall. Same drama, same pushback from locals. With Indians flooding into Canada, these statues are popping up.
Oh yeah. Oh. Yep. They're not gonna stop at statues. They ain't gonna stop at statues, folks. Wait till they start attacking other religions and whatnot. Wait till they start doing that. Because religion, it's like, it's not gonna just, they're not gonna just, it's like, they're not gonna just sit by and let other religions be in proximity. Yeah.
Up everywhere like mushrooms after rain, and Canadians are getting nervous that what started as population changes is turning into some kind of religious takeover. India just became the world's most populated country, and with their domestic job market being what it is, tons of Indians are looking to get out. By 2025, Canada's got about 2 million Indian immigrants, which is over 5% of the whole Canadian population.
Yeah. %, but you'd think it was 50%, folks. You'd think it was 50%. It's like, yeah.
And that's not even counting all the work visas, tourist visas, student visas, and let's be honest, probably a bunch of people who've overstayed their welcome. As more Indians keep coming, Canada's dealing with some serious social headaches. The thing is, Indians have pretty different lifestyle habits, and most Canadians aren't exactly thrilled about it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, cleanliness, it's like way different standards. Way different standards. I work of cleanliness standards. Where I worked, had an Indian supervisor. It's like had some Indian night shift supervisors, and yeah, it's like equipment was not getting properly cleaned and whatnot. I've heard stories of Indians they're just shitting on beaches. There's stories of that going on. I've heard stories of Indian truckers. It's like they'll just get out of their truck and they'll just at the truck stop they'll just take a shit right at the truck stop. They won't go inside use the lavatory or anything. They'll just take a shit out in the open. Heard that from a cabbie who once was a trucker and whatnot. Yeah. Come on.
The reputation Indians have in Canada keeps getting worse and
Yeah. Okay, this video is stuttering. Yeah. A lot of Indian drivers. There's been a lot of truck driving accidents with Indians. Oh. Oh, yeah. A lot of shit going on.
and worse.
现在印度没人了呀，印度人都去加拿大了，加拿大都快被印度殖民了，你知道吗？从加拿大跟印度人他们排队坐那个地铁，加拿大人他都挤不上去，因为印度人会插队，你知道吗？那印度人一插队，加拿大人就说 ，Where are you from? I'm from Canada. 这个事太严重了，现在加拿大全是印度人，印度人在加拿大他们还有一个特点，就是他们急着上洗手间的时候，他不找洗手间，他找沙滩。现在加拿大海岸那个沙滩就是一个巨大的猫砂盆。真的朋友们，加拿大海岸是一个4级景区啊，黄金海岸。海景房就甭提了，想象一下，加拿大一对夫妻刚结婚，然后他们蜜月期去订个海景房，然后那个 husband 拿着那个老婆去阳台说 ，Oh my honey.
So why are Canadians so fed up with Indian immigrants? Well, first off, there's the whole hygiene situation. Once one Indian family moves into a neighborhood, boom, within a year you've got multiple Indian families moving in. As their numbers grow, the problems start stacking up. The most infamous incident was the beach bathroom fiasco. Back in July 2024, at Wasaga Beach in Ontario, people discovered some Indian immigrant families were literally using the beach as their personal toilet. They even set up tents as makeshift bathrooms. The beautiful beach turned into a stinking mess, and tourists started avoiding the place like the plague. And guess
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
And guess what? The problem's getting worse. Just this August, Alberta Health Services had to issue a
Yep. Yeah, I've heard stories in definitely I've heard stories. It's like you got immigrants in the Alberta Mall. They've got like the big pool and whatnot. They've had to increase security at West Edmonton Mall for their pool area and whatnot. It's like you have immigrants and whatnot that they wouldn't even start swimming with like swim trunks or anything like that. I've heard about that in Alberta and whatnot. So, yeah.
water quality advisory for Calling Lake Provincial Park Beach because of elevated fecal bacteria levels in the water. They're telling people not to swim or wade there because you could get seriously sick from the contaminated water. Apparently, more and more Indians have been treating lakes like their personal bathrooms, and now entire beach areas are getting shut down for public safety. When the original Wasaga Beach videos went viral, some Indians defended it as traditional customs.
Oh yeah. Traditional Indian customs. Just like scamming you on the phone. Traditional Indian customs. Yeah. Yeah. But no, yeah, they ain't assimilating, folks. traditional Indian customs are gonna start becoming the norm in Canada. Fucking A.
Nothing to get worked up about. Indian media and netizens even called it racial discrimination. The Canadian government investigated.
Oh, yeah, racial discrimination. Yeah, you got people shitting on beaches. Which, yeah. I don't know if you've seen India, but I don't know if you've seen the pictures of India out there, folks, but it's like, yeah. It's like there's a lot of trash, big trash. It's a trashy place. Lot and whatnot. But no, it's like, how disrespectful is that, though? It's like, you come over to a new country. It's got good prospects for you. And what do? You fucking shit on the beach. You shit on the beaches and you make things trashy. That's just outright disrespect, if you ask me.
But didn't have the guts to actually criticize or punish anyone. Then there's the resource hogging issue. Indians stick together like glue, everyone knows that. One Indian makes it to Canada, and surprise, surprise, their entire extended family follows within months. This in a colony style of migration means Indian families in Canada keep getting bigger and bigger. They're not just using up tons of Canadian welfare benefits, they're also taking job opportunities away from locals. Plus, Indian immigrants usually only want to hire their own people.
That's true. It's like, where I worked, it's like, the moment we had an Indian manager, it's more and more Indians starting to get hired and whatnot. Yeah. It's fucking true. No, I got a friend of mine, it's like, he tried applying to work at a place and they told him flat out, it's like, we're only hiring Indians. No.
Families in Canada keep getting bigger and bigger. They're not just using up tons of Canadian welfare benefits, they're also taking job opportunities away from locals. Plus, Indian immigrants usually only want to hire their own people, shutting out everyone else. Speaking of Indian populations in Canada, there's actually an Indian blogger who made a whole video about this. The guy basically created a travel guide for the 5 Canadian cities with the most Indian population. He's telling potential tourists they can totally avoid these places if they want to, but if you're into Indian culture or you're Indian yourself, these might be your go-to spots.
5 Canadian cities with the most Indian population. Number 1, you got Toronto, Ontario. Toronto has the largest
Yeah. Well, like jobs that would have entry level. It's like you can't even get entry level work at this point. It's like it's like in Walmart and whatnot. It's like whole shitloads of Indians. You have like in the Tim Hortons Indians. It's like any kind of service, any kind of job in the service industry, you can't get work. You want work at a convenience store? No. Forget it. Circle K? No. You're shit out of luck for entry level jobs that you fucking need. And yeah. We're also taking up places in education and whatnot. Taking up spots in education.
Canadian population in Canada. Most Indo-Canadians in Toronto, they live around Brampton, Markham, Scarborough, Etobicoke, and Mississauga, but mainly Brampton. Number 2, Vancouver, British Columbia. Vancouver is home to the 2nd largest Indo-Canadian population in Canada, with a significant presence in Surrey, Burnaby.
Indo-Canadian? No, Indians.
Richmond, Abbotsford, and Delta. Number 3, you got Calgary, Alberta. Calgary has a growing Indo-Canadian community primarily in the northeastern and eastern parts of the city. Number 4, you got Edmonton, Alberta. Edmonton also has a significant Indo-Canadian population, mainly concentrated in the southeastern and northern areas. Montreal, Quebec. Montreal has a sizable Indo-Canadian community with many residents have become hubs for the Indo-Canadian community due.
As Indian immigrant numbers keep climbing, they're getting more politically active too. They're jumping into local politics, pushing their agenda hard. Canadian political parties are practically begging for Indian votes at this point.
Canada is not Canada anymore. It's not the Canada that we once used to know. Because after 9 years where they punish your paycheck, punish you for success, and punish you for your hard work, Canada has become a place where nobody wants to live here anymore. But we're going to turn that around. We're
That's alright.
going to give Canadians that hope. It's time for them to call a carbon tax election so we can give Canadians the hope and the leadership that they deserve, that's going to axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, and stop the crime and bring home the Canadian dream again.
The third big issue is cultural clash. Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, you got... How long will it be till they have a dedicated party in Parliament? How long till they have like a Hindu party get into Parliament? Because it's like they're not gonna just stop. They ain't just gonna stop at voting for the Liberals or the NDP. No, they're gonna build their own party, given enough time. They're gonna get, and then yeah, well, see what happens. I figure the population, as soon as they get, I don't know, maybe between now and when it's gonna get to like the population, it's gonna get to be like, they're gonna be 10% of the population, and then they'll form their own political parties and whatnot.
Canada prides itself on being multicultural, respecting differences, embracing diversity, encouraging everyone to express themselves. But ever since Modi took charge in India, building a Hindu nation has been his main thing. Under his leadership, Hinduism basically became India's unofficial state religion, while other religions got bulldozed. Rebuilding the Ram Temple.
Yeah. It's like the Indians, they bring their politics with them. They don't just leave their at their own country. They bring their politics with them. I've heard out west, I forget where it was, but there was a terrorist attack for like a Khalistan province and whatnot. In India, it's like they got this place called Khalistan. It's one of their provinces, and they want independence. And there's actually been some terrorist attacks out west. People bringing their politics to Canada. Wouldn't surprise me though. It's like if they form their own Hindu party and whatnot. Get into Parliament. That wouldn't surprise me.
Became the battle cry for the BJP and other Hindu nationalist groups. This influence spread to Indian immigrant communities, who decided to make Hinduism flourish in their new countries too. All across Canada, Hindu groups started building temples and statues everywhere. Hindu festival celebrations seriously disrupted normal life for other community members. Religious ceremonies in public spaces made residents of other faiths pretty uncomfortable. This aggressive push of Hindu culture and beliefs really ticked off regular Canadians. But here's the kicker. Some Indians actually flipped the script, claiming they're the real owners of Canada. In early 2025, Toronto and Vancouver saw Indian immigrant protests where participants were literally shouting for Europeans to go back home, claiming they were the true masters of Canada. Some even demanded
Oh yeah. Some even demanded changing the country's name to New India. As a Canadian, it's like, yeah, make war crimes great again, I guess. If you want to start, as a Canadian, I say fuck around. I say keep fucking around. It will make the find out part all the more hilarious. It's like, yeah, fuck around, find out. You wanna make Canada new India? You're gonna have to pay for that name change in blood. 'Cause yeah, fucking Canadians, we fucking invented the Geneva Suggestion, folks. Back in World War II, we were fucking brutal. World War I and World War II, we were fucking brutal. And that blood still runs through our veins today. That undercurrent of violence that was exposed in World War I, yeah, still there. Like you may be able to put up a good fight in the big cities, but fucking small towns up north, you have to pay for every inch in blood.
Changing the country's name to New India. Talk about nerve. The whole Indian immigration mess finally got the Canadian government's attention. Starting in 2025, Canada slashed immigration quotas big time. The immigration department started cracking down hard on the 420,000 Indian student visas floating around. Border officials now have a green light to cancel sketchy temporary visas on the spot.
All right, folks, that's the rundown on the complex tensions surrounding Indian immigration.
That's all well and good. All well and good. But it ain't enough. You need to start deporting people who are overstaying. You gotta stop issuing visas to students. You gotta start cutting out the quotas. Because, yeah. Anyway, I'm Blood Knight of the Old Republic of Bloodganistan. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace out.